Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to. Oh my god, I have a little bit of a stroke there. I can't even get the title of it. Welcome back to You're the Batman. Today's BTAS episode is Double Talk, so you might think it's a Two-Face episode, but it is in fact referring to Scarface, which there is a lot of faces for Batman villains. There's Clayface, Scarface, Two-Face, and I feel like there's probably a third in there, fourth, somewhere along the lines. Anyway, so it starts off the ventriloquist is finally rehabilitated. He's out in like a halfway home and he's got a job set up working for Wayne Enterprise. But recently he's been having nightmares lately about Scarface coming back into his life. So he's kind of been a bit of a nervous wreck. So he's working at Wayne Enterprise, and while he's kind of like the mail guy, like the person that just like delivers mail to each worker's table. I guess I'm not. I see it in movies all the time that that's a position. I don't even know if it's a real thing or not, but yeah, that's what he's doing. And he overhears something about Lucius opening up a safe with like a bunch of bear bonds, which I mean, there's like there's got to be like 50 plus people working in that room, in the same room where the safe is. I'm like, you guys are just asking for people to find out about that and taking advantage of that. I I don't know, just Gotham security is so fucked. Like, I genuinely don't know why they were thinking that would be a good idea, and of course it does blow up in their face later on. Um, so the ventriloquist, he keeps hearing like the dummies, the Scarface's voice going on, and he gets like a letter from him, and he even gets like a phone call from him. And Batman, he's been kind of popping in and out, making sure he's okay, which has been really nice. He's actually like actively rooting for him, and Bruce Wayne, he runs into him a few times, and he's being very encouraging to him. And I'm just like, damn, dude. Usually Bruce is a fucking dick if you're a guy, but like, it's nice to see he's actually rooting for him to get like a full recovery. So then one night he gets a call from Scarface, and he says, "Hey, if you don't believe I'm real, look out the window." And you see Scarface in a telephone booth, and at the time Batman, he's eavesdropping in on the conversation, and he's looking over and he's Scarface, and he's like, what the hell? And then you see Scarface, he like gets out of the telephone booth and makes a run for it, and he does escape Batman, but Batman's like, the hell's going on here? Um, but previously though, you do see Rhino and one of the other thugs, I can't remember his name. They're trying to coerce ventriloquist into getting Scarface to come back because they want to work with him again. Um, and then Batman, he cuts in. He's like, leave him the hell alone. He's just a guy now, all right? Just fuck off. So anyway, back to the plot. So the Scarface, he leads Batman to like, I don't know how to say it, like a statue factory. There's a whole bunch of stone statues almost being completed, and Scarface, oh, I'm not bored. I'm just tired. Scarface, he like collapses a bunch of them. He buries Batman in some rubble at like just the right angle where Batman can like come out of there, but Scarface does escape him. So later one evening, the ventriloquist, he's at his home, or well his apartment, and he's like having a nervous breakdown. He's like so scared. He's like, oh my god, he's gonna come for me any minute now. And then he looks on the couch and there's Scarface right there. So he then dons Scarface once more, and he gets he recruits Rhino and the other goon to guess what? Steal the bear bonds from the safe that he literally works feet from. Which I'm just like, guys, like it feels like 2% of all the Gotham City citizens are criminals. So why don't we like fucking not put the big ass safe with like people know Lucius is needed to open the safe. Like, why don't we put that anywhere else where like regular workers don't see that? That's just a crazy thought on my end. So they take Lucius hostage and get him to open the safe. Batman and Batgirl show up, but Scarface, he points a gun at Lucius. He's like, "You two better get in that safe right now, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna fill him with lead." So they do that, and Scarface, he throws some dynamite into the safe to blow it up. So Scarface and the goons, they get away, and then Batman, him and Batgirl are talking about how to get rid of like the bomb. And Batgirl's like, "Well, I could hack the door, but that might take time." And Batman's like, "Screw that!" So he uses his grappling hook and then latches one end to the bomb, and then like zoops it all the way into the vent so it doesn't kill them. Super smart on his part. So that works brilliantly. And so the two goons, they're ahead of Scarface with the money. And then Scarface, he's like, "All right, now you two drop your guns and then give me the cash right now." And they're like, "Boss, what the hell's going on?" He's like, "Well, I know you two were trying to get me out of retirement. I was playing dead, but you kind of forced my hand. And I don't like it when thugs think they can make a plan without my permission. So I'm going to kill you and take all the money for myself." And I'm just like, damn, that was a fucking plot twist. Like, they kind of gaslit the ventriloquist into bringing Scarface back. But when Scarface is back, like, man, he's back with a vengeance. So he tries to kill the two goons. He like blows up the bridge that they're crossing, and they're hanging on the other side for like dear life. Batgirl, she saves them, and then Batman, he's having a standoff with Scarface and the ventriloquist. He does successfully manage to like launch a batarang into Scarface's body, so the ventriloquist hasn't dropped, and then Scarface is like, "Hey, put Batman out of his misery and we can get out of here with the cash." And then the ventriloquist, he has like this moment of control, and he finally shoots Scarface several times, which he falls off the building, landing into a van, completely destroying him for the third time. Um, so yeah, that's where it ends, and then it also ends with like him getting rehabilitated once more, and he's having a talk with like his landlady, and he's like, it's gonna be nice just to have some actual me time, and he gives like this super split second really weird look to the landlady, like either like I'm going to seduce you or Scarface is. I don't know. It's a weird face. I don't like it. But yeah, still really good episode. I am a sucker for a redemption episode. And it's so nice to actually like see a villain rehabilitate. Like the Two-Face one, that shit's absolutely heartbreaking because he was so close and then just nothing. But the ventriloquist, for him, like, actually, I'm pretty sure, I don't recall ever seeing him again in the series, so I'm pretty sure he's good for good. That's nice, and I like that. And it was just a really trippy episode. Oh yes, yes, that's forgot. When Scarface was moving around and like escaping Batman, that was a hired little person that the two Scarface thugs uh, paid to take to like fill in for him. So the puppet didn't actually move on its own. It was just a person in disguise. Kind of forgot to say that. That's my bad. That was an oopsie doodle on my end. But yeah, really good episode. The plot twists were fun. The characterization of the ventriloquist was really good. I will say, I hated his redesign. He looked like a fucking thumb for a head. Like, you saw the original Spy Kids, that's what he looked like. Like, his shape was so, like, I don't know. I didn't like it, though, one bit. Scarface was fine, though. He just looked like a gangster puppet. But yeah, rating wise, there's a bunch of mind stuff in this game, which was really trippy, and I liked. Um, Scarface is just a fun character on its own. But yeah, rating wise, I don't think it's like 4 and lower. It's definitely not a 6 or 7. So this is definitely a 5. Just above average, good episode. Yeah.